maybe a minute 40. Yeah. Time.
Oh, Merry Christmas, beloveds, and welcome to our first annual online Christmas Eve service. Oh, what a wonderful night this is that we can still gather together and do this beautiful ritual and remind ourselves of these eternal truths. If this is your first time celebrating with us here at CSL Palm Springs, I want you to know and to join with all of us in knowing that you are the beloved of the beloved. You are God's wonderful, loving expression. And it's in this consciousness that I welcome each and every one of us to this evening. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful night this is. So let us begin. Let us begin by with a prayer. That is our tradition. And our one of our staff ministers, Reverend Vince, is going to pray us in tonight. Vince?
Good evening. Is the sound on? Yes. Okay, good. Good evening and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, however you say it. It's up to you, but it's wonderful to be here with you. Thank you for being part of our celebration. And I will welcome us all in this very joyful rebirth that takes place every year at this time, for all of us to know that we are the celebration and we are the birth. So let's know this together, that truly there only is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is our life now. This life is celebrated this evening. And we know that what we're looking for, we are the celebration, looking for a celebration, expressing the celebration of life right here and right now. I know that the joy that is so true of God, the God that we know, the God that we love, the God that we express, is here with us now, that we are reborn in so many aspects, that the cells of our body are reborn no matter where we are in our health, that every thought that we need to know at the time we need to know it comes to us in this truth. And I know that every relationship, no matter what it is right now, is healed, expanded, grown, and prospered in all things good. I know that tonight's rebirth, the rebirthing that we've been doing for thousands of years, is the truth of our aliveness, our awakeness, and our awareness that we are this celebration. We have come to something that celebrates us. This is good, this is right, and with a very grateful heart, I release it into the law of life, letting it come back in our experience as fulfilled, done, complete, whole, and good. This is our truth. I let it be so because I know it's so, because with God, it simply must be so. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you, Reverend Vince. So tonight we begin our candle lighting service by realizing that we are drawn together in consciousness to follow a star, the star of faith in the Christ, which is the God self that indwells every person and every creation. So let us realize together that the Christ is a universal presence in each and every one of us. In realizing this presence, we recognize no little or big, no mighty or weak, no young or old, no rich or poor, and no friend or enemy. There is only the one. There is only the Christ light expressing as all creation. Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of our teaching, The Science of Mind, says, the mystical Christ comes from this bosom of the unseen Father, proclaiming the love of God through his own love of humanity. To know God is to know love, for without love, there is no knowledge of God. As the Christ awakens, the divine spark shot from the central fires of the universal flame is able to warm our souls by the radiance of its own self-unfoldment. Right now, take the candle that you have brought to this special moment, this candle lighting, and I want you to light it at the beginning, and we will do a transference of the light at the end. But this candle will now be explained by all the various ministers in terms of an aspect of the divine, which is an aspect of your own being. So let us now light our own candles. And allow them to burn brightly as a symbol and as a reminder that we are the light as well. So this candle represents the eternal flame, always burning, symbolizing the universal Christ principle, the divine spark at the heart of all creation.
I can't hear you, so don't worry about it. You can talk.
The Christ light radiates and illuminates eternally. It warms, heals, and uplifts wherever its rays are permitted to glow. And the Christ light is always burning within you. Will you fan the divine spark and let it touch you and your world in a whole new way? This evening, we will explain and light the 7 candles of truth. Each candle represents a spiritual doorway you can open. When the spiritual qualities represented by these 7 candles are activated in your life and living, it is then that the portals of your being stand transparently open to reveal the Christ light within your being at your inner core. As the teacher of teachers, the great metaphysician Emma Curtis Hopkins declared, the soul, if she would work inwardly, must call home all her powers and collect them from all divided things into one inward work. This we do as each of the 7 candles are lit by one of our ministers and the former practitioner core leader, Mitch Alcorn.
God is life. The first main aspect of God is life. In the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes states that life is the animating principle of being, that inner something that makes everything live. Life and power are necessary attributes of a limitless being and go hand in hand to complete a perfect being. Life is that which lives, and power is the energy with which it operates. Considering life and power as a combined unity of causation, we see that they constitute the underlying basis of all manifestation, visible and invisible. Life, then, is that quality of being running through all, which enables anything to be what it is. And now I light the life candle. And together we say, there is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is my life now.
God is truth. The second aspect of God is truth. God is not truthful, but truth itself. And wherever there is truth, there is God. To know the truth about any condition heals it. Jesus said, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." The truth is that which is. And being that which is, it must be infinite and all. Being infinite and all, the truth can have nothing outside itself, other than itself, or unlike itself. Consequently, the Spirit is indivisible, changeless, and complete within itself. I now light the candle of truth. Please repeat after me. Divine truth guides and directs me in all ways.
Thank you. Oh, am I? Okay. Okay, the third aspect of God is love. Ernest Holmes defines love as the self-givingness of the Spirit through the desire of life to express itself in its own terms and of creation. Emerson tells us that love is the synonym for God. We are also told in the New Testament that he that loveth not knoweth God, for God is love. Love is free from condemnation, even as it is free from fear. Love is the cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Okay, and now I will light my candle, the candle of love, as the third candle, the third aspect of God, being love. Okay, and let's affirm together. Divine love expresses in, as, and through me eternally. Thank you.
God is joy. The fourth aspect of God is joy. Ernest Holmes asks, how can we help being glad and filled with joy if we believe that the presence and power back of everything is one perfect life, forever giving of itself, forever flowing through us in wondrous light and power? The divine presence is already what you are, and it contains the possibility of all joy in living. You should not entertain any thoughts that would limit your experience of the good of life. If we would know a God of joy, we must become joyful. We cannot experience joy around us until we have created it within us. And now I light the candle of joy. And together we say, I am the voice of God, singing joy to the world.
God is power. The fifth aspect of God is power. In many of his writings, Ernest speaks of power. He defines spiritual power as a dynamic quality of that invincible essence of life, intelligence, and the law which we call God or first cause. The conscious use of this power comes from the recognition that it actually exists, really responds to us, that we can directly contact and definitely use it. The original power descends into the consciousness which meditates upon it and receives it. The intellect abandons itself into the divine ideal. It is a feeling, a sense, an atmosphere. We do not have to energize this power, for it is the very essence of all power. It is its nature to manifest our word. It will always remain true to its nature. We do not have to wonder whether it will work or is working. It has to work. And so the only question is whether or not we believe in a power greater than we are that can use, and whether or not we actually believe that this power is ready, willing, and able to respond to us. I now light the candle of power. So together we affirm, God works for me by working through me. I surrender to the power within. God is peace. The sixth aspect of God is peace. Ernest says that the universal mind only knows the peace, order, and harmony of itself. Peace is at the center of your own soul. It is the very being of your being. This peace, which is at the center of your being, has never been disturbed. It has never been afraid. It has never desired to harm anyone. Therefore, it never has been hurt. How then
shall you use this great gift which nestles at the very center of your being. You are to use it consciously. You are to speak the word of peace wherever discord appears. And when you do speak the word of peace, let no doubt arise in your thought. You must know that peace stills the tempest. You must know that your peace has all power because it is the peace of God within you. And let me light the peace candle. And please affirm with me. I know peace. I speak peace. I am the peace that passes all human situation or circumstance.
And the final aspect is God is light. This is the last aspect of God. Ernest says that in moments of deepest realization, the great mystics have sensed that one life flows through all, and that all are some part of that life. They have also seen a substance, a fine, white, brilliant stuff forever falling into everything, a substance indestructible and eternal. At times, the realization has been so complete that they have been actually blinded by the light. Light was the first great revelation of divine creative energy that called all beings and all living things into expression. Let there be light. And there was light. I now light the candle of light. And so as we listen to the beautiful melody of Silent Night, I want you to prepare your heart to radiate the Christ light in a more amplified manner. First, I would love you to just stare at the candle flame that you lit at the beginning. And as you listen to Silent Night, become one with the flame. Gaze upon the flame of this beautiful candle before you. And with every breath, allow your heart to gently open wide and even wider still. Breathing in the light. Savor the beauty, the radiance, the glow. Bringing your full attention into the region of your heart. With every breath, feel the heart expand. Relax into the warmth of the love residing in the heart. Feel the sense of love and devotion. And now imagine yourself seated in and immersed in and surrounded by a sea of radiant light. This light is the light of the Christ. It surrounds you, beneath you, above you, indwells you. It is the light of love, of peace, of truth, of power, of joy, and light. Breathe it in deeply and savor and rejoice in the glory and the power of the living Christ light. And know that in the deepest part of your being, in your inner core, you are at one with God. This is the place of the I am, the point where the universal is individualized as you. The universal light shines uniquely as you. Now breathe that in. And now, with your heart aflame with awe and exaltation, allow this light to penetrate slowly and completely your entire being with its fire, with its radiance, with its essence. Feel the movement of this holy light penetrate every cell and tissue and fiber of your being. As you gaze at this light and feel its radiance, surrender your innermost soul to the light and imagine it rushing into the deepest depths of your heart and soul, burning away any barriers between you and the light. You are now consciously immersed in the Christ light, the eternal flame of love. Henceforth, it is not I who liveth, but the Christ who lives in me. We will now transfer the flame into our mind's eye, and illuminating our entire being. Once again, keep staring at the flame, simply becoming one with the light. Now close your eyes as you blow out the flame and see the eternal flame in your mind's eye. See the inner glow forever burning brightly as your entire being. And so let us sing together to the beloved Christ within, Silent Night. So, beloveds, we are called now to go forth into the world, into the darkness of the pandemic and all this year has contained. We are to go forth boldly and shine and radiate and illuminate the darkness. We are called to shine our Christ light now and forevermore. And so on behalf of our beloved spiritual community, CSL Palm Springs, and our wonderful ministerial staff and our practitioners and our leadership council, we want to all wish you the merriest of Christmas and the most wonderful, prosperous new year. Have a blessed day. Sleep in peace, beloveds, and awaken in joy. For life is good. You are the gift. Peace and blessings.